The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
The kingdom of God is living in me and in you. The kingdom of God is in bloom. The waiting is over. The word has been sown. Here's the fruit. The kingdom of God is in bloom.
Hello? You're listening to Singled Out with Gabrielle Denise. Hola, everyone. Welcome back to Singled Out on 99.1 WQEE The Key. I'm your host, Gabrielle Denise, and I am so excited for our show today. This show is definitely going to put a smile on your face, so make sure that you stay to the end. We are going to have Laura from the Newnan Book Company here in the studio with us today, and we're going to talk about books and about purpose. It's going to be a great conversation. Now let's go into our moment of inspiration. I was listening to a podcast episode today by Janine Amapola. I listen to a lot of her podcasts, and they always give me a great inspiration. Her podcast name is Happy and Healthy, if you guys want to go and check it out. But she mentioned something, which is that whenever God takes something away, he always replaces it with something else. And a lot of times in my life, I would hesitate whenever God would tell me to move, whether he'd be telling me, you need to go and quit this job, or you need to stop doing this thing. I would always hesitate because I was realizing, like, what is going to happen next? And every single time, without God fail, God has always come through and brought something different and even better, but I just had to let go of what I was holding on to first. Proverbs 11:24 says, "Those who give generously receive more, but those who are stingy with what is appropriate will grow needy." So God knows how to take our obedience and bless it. I really hope that this is inspirational to you as you move forward throughout your day. We're going to go on a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have Laura in the studio with us. So stay tuned.
Calvary Sonoy Fellowship is an expository Bible teaching church where we study the Word of God line by line and we apply it life by life. We're here every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock on WQEE, and we look forward to having you join us. Our church offices are located in Sonoy, Georgia, 6855 East Highway 16, Suite 102, Sonoy, Georgia. If you'd like to call us, our number is 770-755-8243. Or you can reach me, I'm Pastor Bob, at bob@calvarysonoy.org, SENOIA. You also can go to our website at www.calvarysonoy.org. You can reach our YouTube channel there, as well as our Facebook page. Join us at 10 o'clock right here on WQEE.
Help protect your family from flu this season by taking 3 easy steps. First, get yourself and your family a flu shot. It's quick and can protect you all season. Second, take everyday actions to help prevent the spread of germs like flu. Cover your cough, stay home from work or school if you're sick, and wash your hands often. Third, there are drugs that can treat flu illness. These work best when started early. Learn more at cdc.gov/fightflu.
Hank Arnold here from Coweta Force. Coweta Force is Newnan's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
When you hear music, do the lyrics speak to you on a deeper level? I'm Bruce Thornton. Join me and Donna Wood every Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM The Key for our show Lyrical Wisdom. Every week we will dive into the lyrics of songs and uncover hidden messages that we hope will leave you feeling inspired and enlightened. We know that our ideas may not always line up with yours, so this show will be an open discussion. Email us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45s Affair radio show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newnan, Georgia.
Welcome back to Singled Out, everyone. My name is Gabrielle Denise, and I'm so happy that you're listening today. With us in the studio, we have Laura from the Newnan Book Company. She's downstairs and our neighbor. It's a pleasure to have you today.
Glad to be here.
All right, so can you tell the listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Sure. My name's Laura Meredith, and I do own the bookshop. We opened it in spring of 2022 in a different location on the other end of the block, but it had been a dream of mine forever. I have a background in teaching. I was an elementary school librarian.
Aww.
I've done lots of things, but to own a bookshop was always my dream.
Right.
And it finally came through in 2022.
Oh, wow. What grade did you teach?
Everything from 5th grade through 12th grade in 2 or 3 different states. Ended up being an elementary school librarian in Colorado, which is where we moved when we came here 6 years ago.
Okay.
Thought I was retired, but I couldn't let go of the dream, and so we had the opportunity to do the shop, and we've been doing it now for about 1.5 years, and it's wonderful.
Oh, wow. That's an amazing story. The reason I ask is because I come from a family of educators. So, like, I do teaching now, and my parents are actually teachers as well. My mom's a librarian as well.
Oh,
and
she
so,
needs to come in.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I love education. It's, like, one of my favorite things. So, I know you talked about this dream. How long have you had the dream of owning a bookshop?
Well, when my children were little, reading age, I'd say 5, 7, and 10, our big event was to go to Barnes & Noble on a Friday night, get a cup of coffee, let the kids look at books, buy one if they were really good.
Right.
And I just love the environment of a bookstore, even though that environment is very different from what I have downstairs.
Yes.
I just liked it. It was quiet. It was calming. The kids were engaged in something that did not make noise.
Right, exactly.
And it was a coffee shop. So that was about 25 years ago, and I just kind of had given up on it until we moved here.
Okay.
And I noticed that there was not a bookshop anymore on the square. Miss Scott, Miss Earlene had a bookshop for years and years and years. But I believe it closed like 14 or 15 years ago, and no one had opened one on the square. There was one down the street on Jackson Street for a short time. So I thought this might be something that the town could benefit from, and so far that's proved to be so.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know when I go to your bookshop, I always love to look around because I'm a big reader. Like when we were in elementary school, one of my favorite things was AR. We would have the big competitions, and I think I got 3rd place a couple of years in a row, and I just loved reading from then on.
Yeah.
So whenever I walk into the bookstore, I always my eyes go a little wide and ooh, what should I read today? You know?
Exactly. And it's so much fun to. I think that's one of the big differences between the big box bookstores and what we offer downstairs is we do offer an experience because we do want a connection with you. We don't want just a transaction. We want a relationship. And so we are interested in what you're reading, your recommendations, and you've been a wonderful customer coming in.
Thank you.
And I just always love to hear what people are reading.
Right, me too. And don't you also have a book club?
Yes, we do, and it has really gotten very popular. This month we've got 4 offerings, 2 different books, and we're doing a thriller, the only one left, and another just general nonfiction book called The Extraordinary Life of Sam Hell, which is an amazing story of a boy that was born with ocular albinism, which means his eyes were red, pinkish red, and they called him the Devil Boy. It's a real thing. This was not a true story. It's fiction, but it is. It addressed a lot of the culture issues that go along with folks that are different.
Right,
and
exactly.
So it had a very good story and some good justice in it. So that was a good book.
And what was the name of that book again?
The Extraordinary Life of Sam Hell. His real name in the book is Sam Hill.
Oh, okay.
But the kids, being bullies that they are, changed it to Sam Hill.
Gotcha. Yeah, it reminds me of that book you recommended to me, All the Light We Couldn't See. Oh, that was one of my favorite books I've ever read.
World War II.
Yes, and she also had a vision problem, so really it did open my eyes to how much I'm thankful for what I can see, you know?
Indeed, that is so true.
So did you have any signs confirming what you were supposed to be doing?
Yes. I'm a woman of prayer.
Me too.
And I wanted to make sure I was doing what I felt like God was wanting my purpose to be at this point in my life.
Right.
And so I'd been struggling with trying to find a spot downtown because rent is expensive. We didn't have a lot to invest. But we were committed to doing it within reason.
Right.
And I had met for lunch with my sister. It was in January of 2022. And I had said a prayer that morning, Lord, I just need you to give me a firm sign. Is this my dream or is this your dream for me? I want to be on your page. And I told my sister, after lunch, let's just walk around town and see if we can find something. Well, there's this house that's being renovated down here on Jackson Street behind the cellar. I think it's going to be an event center or a new. Well, that was in terrible disarray. There were vines growing on it and all this stuff, and I was like, oh, this might be the perfect bookshop. It's got this nice porch. Maybe it would be a good deal.
Right, exactly.
And so it didn't say no trespassing, so my sister and I walked up on the front porch, and it had been vacant for a very long time. And I looked through the window, and on one wall had been stenciled, "You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you."
That's amazing.
And on the other wall is what is now on my bookmarks that I use, which was a quote from Walt Disney. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them.
Right.
And so I put that on my, I'm an encourager. I enjoy that. So I was like, well, Lord, I think you made it pretty clear. I'm supposed to take another step.
Right, exactly.
And within a couple of weeks, I had met Vicki Sanders, who's owner of the Hug Box, which was located at the corner of Brown and Washington.
Right.
And she had a backspace that I could move into. It was just a little 400 square feet. And within 4 months, the space that we are presently in became open, and we moved to the square. So we couldn't have dreamed that big.
Right,
we know that came from the divine. So we were very blessed to be able to move to the square.
That's amazing. So you didn't start at this location.
No.
You guys started at the other location and moved.
Yeah, she had been there for 4 years.
Okay.
And had just taken over the back space. She only had the front of her building.
Right.
And she was going to do workshops back there. And then she decided that maybe a bookshop might be a better fit.
Right.
And I had just gone down there to talk to her about being a woman in downtown business.
Right, yes.
Newnan, what's the reels on that, you know?
Yeah.
And so by the time we finished talking, she said, well, you could probably do your book clubs in this back space, and you could just rent them from me. And we kept talking. And then she goes, you know what? I think you could have a bookstore back here. And I'm like, yes, let's go for it. So we opened, that was in January, we opened in April.
Okay, yeah. And I do love the combination of both stores. Like when you walk in and you see the Hug Box in the back and the books in the front, it's a very cool experience.
It really is.
And especially because I'm really into natural skincare products, natural beauty and natural products. So it's really nice to be able to have a one-stop shop. I look for my book stuff and then I can go in the back to the Hug Box, and I think that's very unique.
Yeah, she's got a very great setup because you can individualize a box to send somebody a hug, or you can buy a la carte. She's just got, and it's all local artisans and people that she knows, so you won't find it on Amazon. So
yes, exactly. That's so special.
It is special.
Yeah, and I do love, one thing I love about God is every time, I was supposed to be doing something, he'll always, send me, a little step, It's not, usually he doesn't show me the whole plan. He'll show me a little step, and then he'll show me the next step, and show me the next step, and it just makes it so interesting, And then, even with the radio show, I started off with somebody else, and then I did that for a while, and then I ended up on this one, and it's just so cool to see how he, maneuvers everything, That's what I love.
I agree. Yes, ma'am.
And, okay, so our final question is, what have been the unexpected blessings that you've seen from opening this store?
Honestly, meeting people like you and the families in downtown. I mean, just so many people I would have never known had I not, because I don't live downtown. We live out in Lake Redwine, and I was retired. And that is and then getting to know the other merchants downtown too. I just love Phyllis over at the toffee shop, and Valerie down at Gillyweeds, and Gay over at Blue Moon. I mean, there are just so many cute, and Jeff Morgan at Morgan's Jewelers, who've been here forever.
Right.
You know, it's just I never knew. I knew Noonan was cute.
Right, me too.
I just did not know how warm and inviting everybody was, and everybody's just been great.
Yeah, and that's one thing I do love too, because I'm not from Newnan. I'm like an hour drive.
Right.
But when I came here for the first time, I was like, wow, I love this place. Because I've always been that type of person that appreciates the small stores or smaller stores. Because it's like you can go to a big box store, but you're going to get big box experience. You know, you're going to go in there and feel like one of a million. But when you go to like those like corner stores and you get to know the owners and stuff like that, it's such a special experience.
It really is.
And I really felt that with Newnan, and I would love to like explore some of the other places around here and talk to more people, because it's just so special, and I think everybody's business deserves to have like a moment in the sun, you know?
Well, I appreciate this ray of sunshine you've given me today.
So
So
I appreciate you too.
hopefully we'll meet lots more new friends, and the number one thing on my board, my sandwich board outside, is y'all come in for conversation.
Right, exactly.
But, you know, it's not, I mean, it is about selling, which I've got to pay our bills. But when people come in, you know, I want to get to know you.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so that's my number. You can't do that if you don't talk to each other.
Right, exactly.
So that's where we are with that, but it has been a blessing.
Okay. So do you have anything else that you would like to say to the people listening today?
Well, I just would encourage anybody to, if you have a dream and you've got that little tension in your stomach that's telling you, oh, you can't do that.
Right, exactly.
Don't believe that. The tension is, to me, I would say God is giving you a little nudge.
Right.
And saying, you know, and that's where I was. I was like, I'm 66 when I did this.
Okay.
So it's like, how am I going to meet my maker, and what am I going to say? I gave you a dream and you didn't do anything with it?
Yeah.
And it's not even, as you said, you're not guaranteed a positive outcome
No, you're
in
not.
the way you see it. But there's so many blessings that you don't even think about along the way.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know how long I'll have the bookshop. I hope forever and ever that Noonan Book Company will be at 2C Jackson Street. I'm going to do everything that I can to have it work out that way. But I know when it's time for me to step aside, then there will be someone else to step right in. So.
Right, yeah. And I mean, I love that idea, that mentality, because you never really know, like, how long you're going to be at places. Like, there have been some places where I've been, and I thought I was going to stay for 10, 15 years, and then it just didn't happen that way. But every place that I went was a blessing in itself. You know, I learned a lesson, I met some people, even college. Like, you know, some of the people I met in college, I know they listen to the show today. If y'all are listening, hey, nice to hear from you. And it's just amazing, you know, to see how everything is, like, interconnected.
That's right. And you can do anything, like Walt Disney says, if you just have the courage to do it.
And it's so amazing, actually. I saw that quote, and I think I saved it in my phone, because I was like, this is such a nice one.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
So can you just tell the audience how they could find you and shop for books in your store?
I would love to do that. If you are coming into downtown toward the square on Jackson Street, when you get to the square, you will see Newnan Book Company right on your right. If you know where the toffee shop is, the toffee shop is directly across from me. The courthouse is diagonal, and we always have balloons strapped by the front door. Right now, they're multicolor balloons. At Christmas, they'll probably be Christmas balloons, but we will have balloons on our door front, and we will see you when you get here. It's pretty easy to find. And both of my shop and the Hug Box, we both have our logos on the front window.
Right, yes.
So we're easy to find. It's parking that you need to say a prayer about.
Parking is very interesting. You might have to go around the street, park at the church, and then walk down.
That's right. But it's easy to find. It really is. But just call us if you're getting confused. But GPS should bring you right there. 2C Jackson Street.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. It was such a ray of sunshine in my week. And if you ever want to come back, you're always welcome here.
Sounds great. We'll let you know if we've heard any more miraculous visions that we're whatever.
Right, exactly.
Like, we're moving to another location.
Right.
I can't imagine being in a better place than what we are right now. So.
All right, you guys.
All right, thank
you. All right, so that was today's show, and make sure you guys come back for our Song of the Week.
You're walking, shopping, or on your favorite trail. You get that feeling somebody's coming up on you. What do you do to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I'm specializing in women's self-defense. All women of all ages have the ability to learn how to defend themselves effectively. With technical drills to build their survival skills, you can be your own hero. Classes and private seminars are available. Learn today to have a safer tomorrow. WarriorDefenders.com.
Calvary Sonoy Fellowship is an expository Bible teaching church where we study the Word of God line by line and we apply it life by life. We're here every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock on WQEE, and we look forward to having you join us. Our church offices are located in Sonoy, Georgia, 6855 East Highway 16, Suite 102, Sonoy, Georgia. If you'd like to call us, our number is 770-755-8243. Or you can reach me, I'm Pastor Bob, at bob@calvarysonoy.org, SENOIA. You also can go to our website at www.calvarysonoy.org. You can reach our YouTube channel there, as well as our Facebook page. Join us at 10 o'clock right here on WQEE.
Extra, extra, extra! God's newspaper boy, Elder Gerald Alford, is inviting you to listen in to the Voice of Reason broadcast, bringing you fresh revelation from God's Word for today every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. I'll have a seat for you Sunday morning at 11 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Help protect your family from flu this season by taking 3 easy steps. First, get yourself and your family a flu shot. It's quick and can protect you all season. Second, take everyday actions to help prevent the spread of germs like flu. Cover your cough, stay home from work or school if you're sick, and wash your hands often. Third, there are drugs that can treat flu illness. These work best when started early. Learn more at cdc.gov/fightflu.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45's Affair radio show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newnan, Georgia.
So that was today's show. Thank you guys so much for listening, and welcome back. We're going to do the Song of the Week now. So today's Song of the Week is called Smile by Tadashi. Tadashi is a Christian rapper, and this song is great for those who love a fresh beat and also love a little bit of inspiration for your day. I'm sure this song is bound to make you smile. I give the song a 10 out of 10 for creativity and a 2 out of 10 for repetitiveness because it has more diversity in the verses than I've seen with a lot of other Christian rap songs. So, without further ado, here's Smile by Tadashi.
I just wanna see you smile. Just wanna see you smile, yeah. You know you deserve to smile. So know that I'm still smile, yeah. I just wanna see you win. Wanna see you on the road, yeah. It don't matter where you've been. Only way you try to go, yeah. So that I'm still you smile. I love when I see you smile, yeah. I just wanna see you smile. You've been through what you've been through. No dream you can't pretend to. Come through, ain't no issue. Missing you like the rumor. Half the night like the moon up. Spread your life like a rumor. You the star, ain't nothing lunar. Life is hard, but it's getting better. We are home, but the stars ain't not here forever. Looking back and moving forward. What you went sides of the corners in front of you. Let me show you.
Just wanna see you smile. Just wanna see you smile, yeah. You know you deserve the smile. So know that I'm still smiling. I just wanna see you win. Wanna see you on the road, yeah. It don't matter where you been, only way you try to go, yeah. So that I'm still you smile. I love when I see you smile, yeah.
Let me make it better, let me help you out. Hard for you to care when they left you out. I can tell you more that you need to know. Gotta find a smile when you're feeling low. You know that we know. You know you need more. Honest, I'm getting some days I might miss it. Take two like a breather. Feel like I'm done with the old path. I got it covered the whole time. Yeah, I cannot go back. Yeah, you know the facts. Yeah, you need to smile. Yeah, you need to smile. I love the way you smile when I see you smile. You need to win, so just tell me when. Just hit me up and you know that I'm coming through. Two sides of the corners in front of you. Let me show you.
Just wanna see you smile. Just wanna see you smile, yeah. You know you deserve the smile. So know that I'm still smiling, yeah. I just wanna see you win. Wanna see you on the road, yeah. It don't matter where you been, only way you try to go, yeah. So that I'm still you smile. I love when I see you smile, yeah. See you smile. I love when I see you smile. I love when I see you smile. Hate when I see you down. I love when I see you smile. Love when I see you smile. Love when I see you smile. Love when I see you down. Love when I see you smile.
That was today's episode of Singled Out. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you follow us on Instagram at singleout._, where we share more stories that matter and quotes for the rest of your week. Also, make sure you visit www.positivelygabriellerice.com for more information about what is going on in this awesome community. I'll see you next week.